Hey YouTube, CMAF716 back here with another video. This is going to be another video for my In the Classroom series. Um, in this instance, I'm playing NBA 2K14, which I have to say, and I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun playing this game. It's a lot better than I actually expected it to be. Yeah, so that's pretty much my little wrap on NBA 2K14. Yeah. So my topic for this video is going to be how important is gaming to you? Uh, I'll say before, this guy was a very good competitor. He played very well. He had a very good game plan that was, at first a little tough for me to figure out, but his attitude during and after the game was, that can be improved on. I felt it was a bit childish, and you know, that's why I asked the question to the people: how important is gaming to you? So here we go. Before I even speak about the game, I didn't realize that Russell Westbrook was not on the team. Like just a couple days ago, I know they must have had to do a update like a couple days ago because it's been a few days since I played online, and he was on the team last time I played. It's not a problem. It's just that you have to totally tweak your game plan um, depending on who you have on the floor. Like it's certain things that Russell Westbrook can do that Reggie Jackson can't do, and the same thing with Derek Fisher, which are my 2 point guards. So as you see, first half shooting, shot terribly. Well, I didn't shoot terribly, but he shot better than me, I'll say. So it wasn't terrible. It's just that he shot better. So he shot 52%. Anytime your opponent is making more than half of his shots, it's going to be very hard to keep up with that. Um, Also, 44% from behind the arc compared to my 50. I just couldn't get any shots to fall, really. It wasn't even that I was taking bad shots. It's just they weren't falling down. And for the free throws, only getting to the charity stripe 2 times in a half, that's not good at all. So we had to get there a little bit more often, whether it's, getting the ball in the paint a little bit more or just drawing fouls. We just had to get there more often. So that was not good, not good at all. Um, Another thing to look at, I had 4 turnovers, but he had no points off the turnovers. That's a possible 6 points that is left on the floor, or not six. I'm sorry, that's 8 points. Possible 8 points that's left on the floor, and he wasn't able to capitalize off of them. So that's always good for me. If I'm able to prevent points off the turnovers, so that's always a good thing. So I made my adjustments for the second half. As you see, I outscored him by 8 points. My field goal percentages, 3 point percentages, free throw percentages, way up. Um, I was able to hit over half of my 3 pointers. That's just more the shots are finally falling, taking moving the ball around, trying to find an open guy, knocking shots down. For him, his 3 point percentage is down now, and that's due to me making an adjustments, going into the defensive settings, and actually making the adjustments in there. And I feel if something's not working, and this is in any game, you have to make adjustments to it, because if you don't, you're gonna get beat very, very bad, which that was on the verge of happening. He's able to get that points off turnovers up a little bit more. I didn't get as many points off turnovers, but it is what it is. But yeah, so pretty much I want to do this without. I don't want to show his name. I'll try to do this without showing his name. So put this down as I go to the message. So as I'm making my adjustments, this is the first message I get. You ass. So I'm like, okay, it's online, so it's anything that you can expect anything online. This isn't really anything that's too major. So I call a timeout. I think I'm probably losing at this point. So he says, "Told you." So I'm like, okay, whatever, because I don't message usually until after the game because it's like I'm not gonna get into a back and forth match with you because there's no point to doing that. So third message I get: too bad you had to button mash and double team to barely win. What a joke. So I have a specific game plan that I go into the game with, and pretty much you know, I was just going with my game plan, and I think this was the one that got me. That made me that I don't. It doesn't. It just more upset me. It made me like, dang, like, is it that serious? Shut up, you got lucky. Why are what is the point of bringing superficial things into a situation like that doesn't exist? To me, I don't think you can get lucky. Things just don't luckily happen. You lost because, as you've seen from what I put up, his shooting percentages were down. It wasn't a luck thing about it. If you don't shoot as well as you do in the first half, and I'm shooting better, knocking more shots down, that's not luck. That's going with my game plan. That's winning. But some people, they just take this video gaming and all this stuff too seriously. So, and I'll show you a couple of plays at the end of the game. You have to go to the full game thing. So here we go. 55-49. I had a good defensive possession. I was able to force Derrick Rose into taking a contested three-point shot, and it doesn't fall. I try to get it up to my point guard, but he steals the ball in the backcourt, and he's able to capitalize off of it. So I'm like, oh, come on, Reggie Jackson, I don't need that. So after that, and Kevin Durant wasn't hitting shots all game too. That was another thing. So finally, I get my first three to go Kevin Durant. So I'm like, all right, here we go. This game's not over yet. That's a 3-point game. After that, I'm able to lay the ball up with Kevin Durant. I probably got it off of a steal or something defensively. Oh, once again, another forced attempt with Derrick Rose. It's gonna be hard to make shots over two guys, especially two big men. So finally able to get Kevin Durant going now. So that's his second bucket in a row. Last but not least, so he's upset after the bucket, which a lot of people do. I think this is the one thing about 2K. A lot of people get frustrated and they do things that they shouldn't do or that are out of the norm. So as you see, he's jamming down on the sprint button. And if you are wondering how do I know this, because this is the only time that you see this animation is when you're holding down the sprint button. No other time you'll see this, and that's how I know that he was jamming down on the sprint button. So he's at full speed around here, and I'm going to double because it's going to be hard to make a pass, make a pass. And Kevin Durant's a long player, when you're going full speed like that. So rightfully slow, he throws a bad pass into the lane. A little bit of morphing and clipping there. Perkins is able to get the steal. I'm able to get it up to Kevin Durant again, and he's able to slam it down. And it's the rest is history from there. I was able to make my 2 free throws to seal the game. And yeah, that's really about it. So to me, I feel like this once again comes into the accountability thing. He didn't hit a shot after this Luol Deng dunk. And that is a minute 18 on the clock. I don't know if you can see it, but that's a minute 18 on the clock. So for the last minute and 18 seconds, he didn't score again. That's more of why I feel he lost rather than my defense or anything else I played that game. Because there was no problems when he was winning, but As soon as he starts to lose, getting upset, that's when the problem comes in. Another thing you want to highlight is, Kevin Durant didn't play well, so he kept going to the stats, checking like, oh, he only has 12, oh, he only has 8 points. But at the end of the game, I was able to finish with just as many points as him. And I was able to have 2 other scorers above 10 points, or 10 points and above, or whatever, in double digits. So pretty much it's my little quick video about how serious is video gaming to you. Are you the person that sends a message after the game? I know sometimes I do. I'm not gonna, point the finger at this guy and say I don't do the same thing. It just more depends on how I felt about the game played, whether I'm upset or not. But I genuinely felt like this guy was upset that he lost. And at the end of the day, man, it's a video game. You lose some, you win some. There's no way you're gonna win every game that you play. And I feel, myself included, I have to, know that, and I have to accept that as well. I'm getting a lot better, because before I used to really get upset. Like when I was younger, I used to be pissed when I used to lose. I still get pissed now, but it's more like I can laugh after being pissed. Like before, I couldn't laugh. It used to be like I used to actually really be mad. Now it's just like, okay, I lost that one, and usually it's my fault why I lose. But that's really much it. And it's your man CMAP716 signing out.